Coffee and English podcast from Speak English with Me.
Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to Coffee and English.
The cozy podcast where you improve your English one cup at a time. You're listening to Speak English with Me.
I'm Lidy.
And I'm Dan. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk in slow, clear English. So tell me, Lidy, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Dan, but I have to be honest. I had a funny morning. I spent 20 minutes writing one small text message. 20 minutes for 3 words.
20 minutes? Why so long?
Because I kept thinking, is this too friendly? Is this too cold? Will they think I'm strange? And that, my friends, is exactly our topic today.
I think I know where this is going.
Today, we are talking about overthinking. If you are someone who lies in bed at night thinking about one small thing you said 3 years ago, this episode is for you. You are not alone, and we are going to talk about it together.
This is a topic I know very well. My brain loves to overthink everything.
Before we dive in, a quick reminder. We made a free PDF for this episode. It has all the key phrases and some simple exercises so you can practice after listening. The link is in the description below. Go grab it. It's completely free.
Okay, Lidy, so let's start at the beginning. What is overthinking, really? What does it actually mean?
Good question. Overthinking is when your mind takes one small problem and turns it into a giant mountain. You think about it again and again, but you never find an answer. You just feel tired and worried.
That's so true. It's like a washing machine in your head. The thoughts go around and around, but nothing ever gets clean.
I love that picture. A washing machine in your head. And here is the strange part. Overthinking feels like work. It feels like you are solving the problem. But you are not. You are just spinning in a circle.
Right. Real thinking moves you forward. Overthinking just goes around and around. So why do our brains do this? Why do we make life so difficult for ourselves?
Well, here is something interesting. Our brain has one main job: to keep us safe. So it is always looking for problems, always asking, what if? What if this goes wrong? What if I make a mistake? A long time ago, this kept our ancestors alive.
So overthinking is actually our brain trying to protect us.
Exactly. The problem is, our brain cannot tell the difference between a real danger and a small worry. To your brain, a tiger is coming, and maybe my friend is angry at me, feel almost the same.
That makes so much sense. My brain treats a late reply to a text message like a life or death emergency.
We all do it. And the more we overthink, the stronger the habit becomes. The brain learns, oh, we worry about this kind of thing. And it does it more and more.
Before we get to the solutions, can I ask something? Because sometimes I worry about the future, and sometimes I keep thinking about the past.
That's such a good question, Dan. Yes, there are really 2 main types. The first one looks backwards. We call it rumination. Thinking again and again about something that already happened.
Like replaying an old argument, or remembering an embarrassing moment from years ago.
Exactly. And the problem is, the past is finished. You cannot change one word of it. But your brain keeps opening the old book and reading the same sad page.
And the second type?
The second type looks forwards. We call it worry. Imagining all the bad things that might happen in the future. What if I fail? What if I get sick? What if everything goes wrong?
So one type lives in the past, and the other lives in the future.
Right. And do you see what's missing in both?
The present? Right now?
Yes. Perfect. When you ruminate or worry, you are never in the present moment. You are time traveling to a place you cannot control. And the present, this moment right now, is the only place where life actually happens.
That's deep, Lidy. So overthinking actually steals the present from us.
It really does. While you worry about tomorrow, today quietly walks out the door.
Okay, this is a little scary. So how do we stop? Give us some hope, Lidy.
There is a lot of hope. Let me share the first technique. When you notice you are overthinking, give it a name. Say to yourself, "This is just my mind spinning again." When you name it, you take away its power.
I like that. It's like seeing a magic trick and then understanding how it works. Suddenly, it's not scary anymore. It's just a trick.
Exactly right. You are not your thoughts. You are the person watching your thoughts. That small change makes a big difference.
Let me make sure I understand. So instead of saying, "This is a huge problem," I say, "My brain is just doing its worry thing again."
Perfect. You become calm and a little bit amused. You almost smile at your own brain. There you go again, silly brain.
You know, Lidy, we used some good words just now. I bet some listeners want them explained.
Good idea. Mai, can you help us with that?
Of course! Hi everyone, I'm Mai and I help with the keywords. So, the first word is to overthink. It means to think about something too much.
Like, I always overthink small decisions.
Exactly. The next one is to replay. That's when you play something again in your mind, like a video.
Like I keep replaying our conversation in my head.
Perfect. And one more. To spin. When your thoughts go around in circles with no progress.
My thoughts were spinning all night. I know that feeling.
We all do. Try these words in your own sentences.
Thanks, Mai. So, Dan, ready for the second technique?
I'm ready. I have a notebook open. I'm serious.
The second technique is the 2-minute rule. When you are worried about something, ask yourself one question. Can I do something about this right now? In 2 minutes? If yes, do it. If no, let it go for now.
So if I'm worried about an email, I can either write it now or accept that I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Exactly. Most overthinking happens about things we cannot control in this moment. We worry about the past, which is finished, or the future, which has not happened yet.
And both of those are out of our hands right now.
Right. You cannot change a conversation from yesterday, and you cannot live tomorrow today. So the 2-minute rule brings you back to now, the only place where you can actually do something.
That's powerful. Okay, what's the third technique?
The third one is my favorite. Write it down. When a thought is stuck in your head, take a piece of paper and write it. Get it out of your mind and onto the page.
Why does that work so well? It sounds too simple.
Because your brain is very good at having ideas, but very bad at storing them. When you write a worry down, your brain can finally relax. It says, "Okay, it's safe now. I don't have to remember it anymore."
So the paper becomes the brain's memory, and the brain can rest.
Beautiful way to say it. And often when you see the worry written down, it looks much smaller than it felt inside your head. On paper, it's just one line. In your head, it felt like a storm.
That is so true. Things always feel bigger in the dark, inside our minds.
And here is the fourth technique, maybe the most powerful. Movement. When your mind is spinning, move your body. Go for a walk, wash the dishes, do 10 jumping jacks. Action breaks the loop.
It's funny, when I go for a walk, the answer often comes to me by itself. The answer I was searching for at midnight just appears while I'm walking.
Because you stopped chasing it. The mind works best when it is calm, not when it is in a panic. A worried mind is like dirty water. You can't see through it. A calm mind is like clear water.
I really like that. Calm water. So, movement makes the water clear again.
Exactly. And let me give you a fifth technique because this one is gentle and very powerful. It's called the friend test.
The friend test? What's that?
When you are being hard on yourself, overthinking some small mistake, stop and ask, if my best friend did this, what would I say to them?
Oh, I would never speak to a friend the way I speak to myself.
Almost nobody does. We are so cruel to ourselves and so kind to others. If a friend said, I sent a silly message, you would say, don't worry, it's completely fine. Everyone does that. But to yourself, you say, how could you be so stupid?
That's painfully true. My inner voice is not a friend. It's more like a strict judge.
So the friend test brings balance. Speak to yourself like someone you love. You'll be surprised how quickly the overthinking softens.
I love that one. Speak to yourself like a friend. Now, Lidy, can we talk about a very specific kind of overthinking? The one after social situations?
Oh, the conversation replay. Yes, let's talk about it because everyone knows this one.
You go to a party, or a meeting, or even a small coffee with friends. And then, hours later, in bed, your brain says, why did you say that? That was so awkward. They probably think you're strange.
And here is the truth that sets you free. The other people are not thinking about your small comment. They went home and worried about their own comment.
So everyone leaves the party worrying about themselves, and nobody is judging anybody.
Exactly. We are all the star of our own movie, and just a small extra in everyone else's. That awkward thing you said, you're the only one still thinking about it.
That's such a relief. So when the conversation replay starts tonight, I can remember. They already forgot. They're busy with their own replay.
Perfect. Let it go and go to sleep.
You know, Lidy, we used some strong words just now. I think a few of them are worth explaining.
Happy to help with that. So the first one is to spin. When your thoughts go around in circles with no progress. Like, my thoughts were spinning all night.
That's me at 3 a.m. every night.
You're not alone. The next one, a worry. It's a thought that makes you feel nervous or afraid. I have a small worry about tomorrow.
And one more, Mai. The one about taking the power away?
Yes, to take away its power. It means to make something less scary or less strong. Naming the fear takes away its power. Try these in your own sentences. Back to you, Lidy.
Thanks, Mai. And Dan, there's one last technique I want to give everyone. It might be the most useful one for everyday life. It's about decisions.
Decisions? Oh, yes. I can spend a whole week choosing a new phone. A whole week!
And here is the trap. We believe there is one perfect choice. And if we think long enough, we will find it. But the perfect choice usually does not exist.
So while I'm waiting for the perfect answer, I'm just stuck, doing nothing.
Exactly. And doing nothing is also a choice, usually the worst one. Here's a helpful idea. Most decisions are not doors, they are roads.
Roads? What do you mean?
A door. You open it once and it closes behind you. Scary, final. But most choices are roads. You can start walking, and if it's wrong, you can turn around. Very few decisions in life are truly final.
That takes the pressure away. If I choose the wrong restaurant, I haven't ruined my life. I'll just choose a different one next time.
Right. So for small decisions, decide fast. Save your energy. For big decisions, give yourself a time limit. Say, I will decide by Friday, and then you choose. A deadline is the enemy of overthinking.
A deadline is the enemy of overthinking. I'm writing that one down too.
And one last gentle truth. A good decision made today is better than a perfect decision made never. Action teaches you things that thinking never can.
So sometimes you have to move first and understand later.
Beautifully said. Now let me make all of this real with a simple story. Let me tell you about a normal evening for an overthinker.
Oh no, I think you're describing me.
Maybe. So imagine it's 9 o'clock at night. You sent the message to a friend this afternoon. They read it, but they didn't reply. Now your brain starts.
Why didn't they answer? Are they angry? Did I say something wrong?
Exactly. And then it grows. Maybe they don't like me anymore. Maybe I'm a bad friend. Maybe I said something terrible last week and didn't notice.
And 1 hour later, you are sure your friendship is over. All because of one quiet afternoon.
And what is the truth usually?
The truth is, they were probably just busy. They were cooking dinner, or driving, or taking a nap.
Yes! 99 times out of 100, the story in your head is much darker than reality. So let's use our techniques. First, name it.
Okay, my mind is spinning again. This is just the worry habit.
Good. Now, the 2-minute rule. Can you do anything about it right now?
Not really. I can't force them to answer. So, I let it go for tonight.
And if it's still stuck in your head?
I write it down. Worried my friend is upset. And then maybe I go for a short walk or make a cup of tea.
And by the morning?
By the morning, they've probably replied with, "Sorry, I fell asleep early," and all that worry was for nothing.
For nothing. That is the lesson. We suffer more in imagination than in reality.
That should be on a poster. We suffer more in imagination than in reality.
We used a few useful words there, Dan. Let me bring in my to break them down.
Of course. The first one is stuck. It means unable to move or decide, like I felt stuck and couldn't choose.
That's how I feel every time I choose a restaurant.
A very common one. Next, a deadline, a time when you must finish or decide. Give yourself a deadline to choose.
And the last one, my?
A relief. That wonderful feeling when worry finally goes away. Like, her reply was such a relief. Back to you, Lidy.
Thank you, Mai. And Dan, I want to leave everyone with one last idea before we finish. Your mind is not your enemy. It's a tool, and you are the one holding it.
So the goal isn't to have a silent, empty mind.
Exactly. The goal is to be the driver, not the passenger. A worried mind drives you in circles. A calm mind takes you forward. And being calm is a skill. You build it a little every day.
So every time I name a thought, or write it down, or take a walk, I'm getting a little stronger.
Every single time. And here's the most freeing part. You don't need to feel certain to take the next step. Whatever happens, you'll handle it. That's real confidence. Not knowing everything, but trusting yourself to face it.
So I can stop waiting to feel ready and just begin.
Yes. Choose action over worry, and the worry slowly loses its power. You've got this.
Action over worry. I really needed to hear that today.
So let's quickly remember what we learned today. Technique 1.
Name it. My mind is just spinning again.
Technique 2.
The 2-minute rule. Can I act on this now? If not, let it go.
Technique 3.
Write it down. Move the worry from your head onto the paper.
Technique 4.
Move your body. Break the loop. Make the water clear again.
And technique 5, my favorite.
The friend test. Speak to yourself like you'd speak to someone you love.
And the last one, technique 6.
Decisions are roads, not doors. Decide and keep walking.
Perfect. And remember, everyone listening, your mind is a tool and you are the one holding it. You do not have to follow every single thought. Some thoughts are just noise.
That wraps up today's episode. We really hope it helped you feel a little lighter, a little calmer.
Don't forget to grab the free PDF in the description. It will help you practice these words and phrases. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And remember, your progress doesn't end here.
And in our next conversation, we go straight to a problem you probably know too well. You sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted with no energy. Why does that happen? We'll show you the real reasons and the simple habits that bring your energy back.
If you always feel tired, that next episode is for you. So click it now, get another cup of coffee, and let's keep going together. See you in the next cup of coffee in English. Take care of your beautiful mind.
Bye for now.